Hello.
Hi.
It is me again.
Just you?
Yep, Melissa.
And this is Nicole.
And this is Twin Skeletons. It's actually both of us. This is podcast number 8. Why do I feel like we've done this more than 8 times?
I don't feel like we've done this more than 8 times. It's because this was a radio show, I guess?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What are you doing? Minnie, I don't want to have to cut this.
I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Well, you could start us off with the topic, right?
Oh,
what's our
sure.
first topic?
It's on you. It's new Palaye, new music. And the first one is
yeah.
Royale, yeah.
Well, yeah, Palaye Royale just released a new song a few days ago called Hang On To Yourself. And
you just played it right now?
Yeah, I was like, oh dang, I forgot to listen to the new Palaye Royale song.
It was really good.
Because I've been wanting to listen to it with the music video. Because it's kind of a big deal because I think Emerson directed it and stuff.
Oh wow!
But
he's like the artist.
Yeah, he's the drummer.
More
and
visual
he also does
artist.
a lot of he does a lot of art stuff. So I wanted to watch it with the music video, but I'm bad at that for some reason. So I just listened to it just now because I wanted to listen to it before I talked about it. And yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
Of course it is.
I think it sounds different from other stuff.
Yeah,
I was really surprised.
The more new songs they've been releasing, the more different it's getting, but still good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's still Palaye Royale.
Yeah, it still sounds like Palaye Royale, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like Palaye Royale. But I can't think of what it sounds like now. You know, it's like Palaye Royale was this, and now it's like it sounds more like, I don't know.
We're in
alternative
the
rock or
era
something.
now.
You know, it sounds like a little bit influenced by something else.
Yeah,
and I can't really think of what it is, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
the vibe it gave off was really good. It started out with horns, so that's a plus.
So that's always a good sign.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I noticed that you had to put some sort of new music that's yours on here too.
It's actually good. I listened to it. It was a total surprise because I've been following the two rappers I mentioned before, Kill Bill and Rav, who are really good. And just like out of nowhere, they dropped this EP that they did together with some other featured artists. And then what's his name? Oh, I just blanked. Frank Javc. Sorry, I think he produced it, and I think they visited L.A. because they both don't live in L.A. One lives in like London or something, and the other lives in like South Carolina, and they just like happened. I don't know. It's like it wasn't planned. The recording of this EP, but there's a podcast about it, I guess, on their channel. They have a YouTube channel called Chibi Chubby. There's a podcast featuring Frank Javc. But it's pretty cool to like listen to and hear like the recording process and stuff and the creative process that they have. But it's pretty good. It has how many songs on it? Like 6 songs. And the first one I heard was Cinnabar, which is cute. I like that. And I think my favorite one is
Cinnabar, like Cinnabar Island and Pokemon.
They're huge nerds.
Is it actually a Pokemon reference, or
I don't know all the lyrics.
Something else?
You know, that's a good question. I'm not really sure.
Is it a color? Is it from
Is it from the whatever region? I'm so bad at my region.
How do you spell it?
Cinnabar. But my favorite one was Inside the Cockpit of the EVA, which is number 7. I'm pretty sure that was my favorite one. And there's been a meme out of this album already about Rav's snare.
It is a color.
It is a color. What color is it?
It is... refers to the common bright scarlet to brick red form of mercury sulfide that is the most common source ore for refining elemental mercury, and is the historic source for the brilliant red or scarlet pigment termed vermilion and associated red mercury pigments.
Let me see. Do you have it up on your phone?
So it's like a stone, like a material.
Oh.
It's a stone, yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
imagined it being.
That's used
I don't know
for,
why.
like, pigment.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really remember the words for them. There's some really good lines in some, but I don't remember any specifically right now. I've only listened to the EP once. But it's really good. I think it's really good. It's like a jam. It's like a nice sit here and, chill.
I mean, from what I've heard of them, because I haven't heard that much, it seems like they make, chill jam music.
Yeah, I think their individual stuff, Rav is a little bit more crazy and Bill's a little bit more chill. But it's like them together, and I think it's pretty chill. And there's like featuring some other artists that are good. I don't remember their names. I don't know how to pronounce them. Maybe you pronounce this one Scar? I don't know. It's spelled Scuare, but he's cool. Yeah. Anyway. It's cool. I don't want to hold on to this too long, Minnie.
Yeah. Sorry, have you ever noticed how weird the lyrics are to Don't Fear the Reaper?
By?
Blue Oyster Cult?
I know that. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
you've
remember.
probably heard of.
Yeah, it's
heard
just
it.
not super prominent in my brain.
Yeah, I just looked up the lyrics.
Why? We're not even talking about that.
We changed the subject. Remember, you wanted to change the subject.
But where did that come from?
I'm looking up lyrics to songs because I'm making a playlist for where I work in the mall, and because I want to play the lyrics
on the podcast.
You wanted to change the subject. Now I'm talking about the playlist I'm making, and to play in the mall, and I'm looking up lyrics to make sure that songs aren't naughty or inappropriate or have profanity, so I can add them to the playlist. And The Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult doesn't seem to have anything inappropriate, but it definitely doesn't make any sense. So you know what? I'm adding it.
Yeah. I can't remember which one that is.
I mean, I'm not gonna play it because
what are
obvious
some of the
reasons,
words?
Don't fear the Reaper. You wouldn't recognize it from the lyrics. Like I don't.
Okay.
I don't remember. Like literally, just the "Don't fear the Reaper" part is pretty much the only thing I understand.
And I
when
know
I
know it, but for some reason I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, like whatever. Oh my gosh, we need to talk about concerts.
Can I talk about real quick? Speaking of lyrics that don't make sense, I've had this song, "Petting the Carpet" by Failure stuck in my head since yesterday.
Do I know that, or have I just heard you say that really weird name before?
Both, because I went through a phase where I just listened to it a lot, but it's been stuck in my head, so I'm into it again, and it's really good, and the lyrics make no sense.
I should listen to it.
Yeah.
Well, petting the carpet?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me too.
It might be about drugs.
Is it shag carpet?
I hope so.
Me too.
I mean, what other carpet would you want to pet?
Yeah, I don't know, just shag carpet.
Right? I don't know.
I feel like shag carpet's the only carpet you can get away with petting and not look weird.
Yeah.
Because, it's shag carpet, so you're like, oh my goodness, I have to, pet it. Is it soft? Like, it's shag carpet.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting, especially now that people don't really have shag carpet anymore. So it's kind of more of a novelty now, so you can get away with... Anyway.
Yeah, let me read you some of the lyrics real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Special demons from under hair, they've come to say you're not so great. Petting the carpet, saliva flows strong, birds scream at people, and hard tears land soft.
That makes perfect sense to me. We are just on two completely different tracks right now, and I don't know how to get us on the same track.
Why? What do you mean?
I'm trying to follow the script.
Oh, well, you talked about weird lyrics, which was not on the script. And so I went to some weird lyrics. I like birds scream at people. I did not know those were the words.
They do.
I knew special demons, you can understand that, but it just doesn't make... I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. But it's a good song. It's one of those weird ones where there's chords that are like, it's like kind of spooky, I guess you could say. It's weird. But I like it. Anyway, Failure's cool.
Yeah, what is their most popular song? Because I know that I know them. But
well,
are they
I know
more
I
of a
listened to
U
that
band?
one. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're like your
But the
kind of
reason
music.
why I listened to Failure is because a couple years ago, whoa, I don't even know if I know their most popular stuff. Oh, The Nurse Who Loved Me.
Okay,
I
that
kind of
also
know that
sounds
one.
weird.
A Perfect Circle covered it.
Oh.
Yeah, but they have 3 songs on Spotify. Spotify says they're more popular than that
It
one.
must be
I'm
kind
gonna
of
have to
cool if
listen
a
to
Perfect
'em.
Circle is covering them.
Yeah, they're pretty big. This CD came out, I don't know when. Oh, 2015. So in 2015, I think it was Loudwire or something, posted an article that said, "Oh, the best rock albums of 2015." And Failure, I'm like, "Oh, I've always wanted to listen to them." So I just I put this album on my new playlist, because I have a playlist of like new music that I want to listen to, and Petting the Carpet came on, and Come Crashing, those 2, and AM Amnesia. So those 3 from that album I know, and that's basically all I know is the ones from that album. And then The Nurse Who Loved Me, because that one's really popular. But yeah, Failure is pretty good. And that album came out in 2010. It's called Fantastic Planet. I think it's a popular album. But yeah, there's a little bit of unexpected, not on the script history
Of Failure.
about a cool band called
Okay.
Failure that should be checked out.
Yeah, let's take it back to the script now with this
of course,
forced
yeah.
segue. Speaking of albums that
Rip?
are important to me, yeah.
Oh.
I saw Bastille just over 2 weeks ago, I guess.
What?
Has it really been that long?
I'm so sour about it.
Yeah.
But them tickets weren't cheap, and it was Justin
exactly
surprised you,
2
so.
weeks ago.
Wow.
I saw Bastille, with Justin, and because they're one of his top favorite bands of all time. And it's their album Wild World. Is that the one that...
I don't know, but I love that album so much.
Oh my gosh, am I getting... Matt,
I thought they released an album after that.
hold on.
This podcast is just us
This
looking
is-
up our facts.
Yeah, we should have... I'm like, maybe I should have done more.
Yeah.
So, it's the...
I did my research
They
on
did-
the EXO
Oh,
for Rav
it's...
and Kill
Yeah,
Bill, so.
Wild World. It's called Wild World.
No, Doom Days.
Wild World is the album that I listened to
Yes.
on the airplane on the way to England for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked it, but I only listened to it on the plane on the way to England and on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I never really went back to it.
You played it for Mom and I. We
Yeah,
listened
and
to it
then
in the
at
car
one
once,
point-
and
yeah.
I really liked it, but it wasn't something that...
Because I think I wanted to show it to Mom specifically
Yeah.
and you, because I was like, oh, this album's good. So,
Because...
So I played it for you guys, and then later, when we got closer to Justin, we learned that he really likes Bastille, and so he started playing this album all the time.
yeah. From my point of view, it was you played it for me, but for some reason I knew Four Walls before that. I think you played it on Twin Skeletons.
No,
or
yeah,
something.
I already knew these four walls.
Yeah, which is
because it's
beautiful.
about Perry Smith,
Mhm.
who is, I mean, he's a serial killer. No,
Yeah.
he's not no, because
What do you call it,
what's
a
the
serial
definition of a serial killer?
killer?
Do they have to? Anyway, he killed people.
Yeah.
And there's a book written about it called In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, and it's my favorite book. But that's how I found that song, is after I read that book, I was reading about the book for school reasons, and I found that song, and I was like, oh my gosh, Bastille wrote a song that's about this book.
And it's really good.
Yeah, and it's super good. I really like it a lot. And then I finally listened to the whole album, and then I saw them live. And then they didn't play these four walls, which is okay, because they played some other songs that I really, really like from that album, and other songs from other albums that I like now.
But hang on, let me finish my side of the story real quick about this CD. Is that I met Justin and but I knew this album because it was when just him and I were friends. You didn't really know him yet, and he played it all the time. So I was like really big on this album also.
And then he played it a lot when we actually
Oh
started.
yeah, because he was
getting
still on
close.
it. Yeah. But no, it's excellent. It's really good.
So the highlight of the concert for me, like the part that I remember the most, the part that just really got to me, is one of my favorite songs by them, and one of my favorite songs on Wild World is Two Evils.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't perform the entire song for some reason. Yeah. At least I'm pretty sure it wasn't the entire song. It didn't seem like it was long enough. It was him, and all the lights were super dim, and on the screen in the back there was this big like blood moon, like full,
it's beautiful,
like blood moon thing, and I took pictures of it because it was so
even the
awesome.
pictures make it look good.
Yeah, and he just like sat down on these like stair risers and sang Two Evils, and oh my gosh, his voice. He has maybe my favorite voice, especially after seeing him live, because it sounds it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He has an amazing voice. But yes, that was a great show. I got a little pin. Justin bought a watch.
I still haven't seen your pin.
They have it's in
the watch. That's funny.
Yeah, he bought a
That's
whole
good.
watch. It's
as
cute.
soon as he got back, he just like walked up to me and shoved his hand in my face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's a nice watch.
Yeah, it's cute.
You said Two Evils seemed short, but it was the song's only 2 minutes and 46 seconds long. It says on Spotify, so maybe it's just a short song.
It is, but I also feel like it was cut. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'll listen to it and I'll see.
And that was Wild World, but they released Doom Days after that, so I'm assuming
that's their newest
Yeah,
album.
it's
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
okay.
It's the Doom Days tour. Yeah.
Have I heard it?
I don't know if you have.
And I don't recognize any of these songs.
Yeah, I don't know if you have.
Unless one of them is like on the radio, because they play some in like Washington Square.
Happier is the song that they play a lot on the radio, but it's not from... Joy was the first single.
Oh, it's the last song on the album. That's never a thing. It's usually like the fourth or the
Oh
first.
man, and I'm looking at the track list, and I'm just remembering the ones that they played because they did Bad Decisions, and it was really good. They did Doom Days. The song
okay.
Doom Days
Okay.
from the album was really good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you should listen to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
I'm
everyone
just
else
so
should listen to it
obsessed.
too.
I'm just so obsessed with Wild World. I was
I know.
interested to hear what they would play at the concert because, every song on Wild World is so good to me. I just don't know.
I
which
know.
one
I'm
they could
like,
choose.
just please play everything. They played
like the
Two
Currents.
Evils. I think they played Send Them Off.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
my favorite.
The one, and Justin, he's like, I can play this on the trombone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so good.
I don't remember which other ones. Those are the two that I like immediately remember that they played.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so jealous.
Yeah.
Let's move on because I'm jealous.
Okay. Yeah, let's move on to the next concert that we both got to go to.
Yeah, so I want to start by first saying,
I mean, this is kind of my story, so.
well, I mean, you can continue the story, but I want to start it out by saying we were working at the Jonas Brothers concert recently for Entercom. So we were working for a radio station.
Yeah.
And Entercom didn't give us tickets. We were just like, oh, we want to work for the Jonas Brothers pre-party. Because sorry, I'm talking too fast.
Breathe, please.
Yes, I could talk slower.
Breathe.
Minnie, I forgot. That made me forget what I wanted to say.
We were working at the Jonas Brothers pre-concert
Yes,
party
because
outside of the venue.
Yes, at
as
the Moda
people
Center.
were lining up.
Yes, and as a kid, I guess I was really into the Jonas Brothers. What year? Like 2007 or something. I just recently looked it up because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2008.
Jonas.
maybe.
Here, I'll look it up real quick.
I feel like they peaked in like 2008.
They released 2009 was when they
Oh.
released Paranoid.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like
well, Burnin' Up was the big banger. So when was
Oh,
Burnin'
yeah.
Up released?
that was released 2008.
Okay,
So the first
probably like 2008, 2009. They were
yeah,
they were the
year
hottest.
3000 was 2006,
Oh my gosh.
and then the last thing I remember
Which,
was in 2009.
if
so
anyone
those were
out
the good
there
years.
knows year 3000, I have to say this.
Busted. It's originally a Busted song.
It's a cover.
Mhm.
You know, it like if you know it, you probably know it by the Jonas Brothers. Maybe you know it by Busted, which is cool. But yeah. Anyway, I just feel like everyone should know it's a cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Busted is
whenever
is
there's covers,
iconic.
I feel like people need to know who originally did it.
Yeah.
Because I want to know if the song's a cover.
Yeah.
I didn't know Cascada Every Time We Touch. Like, all of those
Yeah,
songs
what?
are covers, and I'm
Yeah, I
upset about
didn't-
it.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the poor person who originally did Every Time We Touch, don't even know who it is.
Nope.
So we're working this event, and another tent sets up next to us from another radio station. We're the only 2 radio stations there.
Yes. I thought it was kind of weird. We showed up first, we're just waiting because we showed up so early. And then this other one shows up, and I'm like, what do we do?
They set up,
This is like
yeah,
my
they
first
set up
event.
right next
I'm
to
like,
us.
Yeah.
And
But the girl we were there with was like, oh, just normal.
just keep going. Yeah,
Yeah.
just normal. And their tent was a lot more popular than ours, especially in the beginning.
They blew
because
us out.
they had we were only doing like a little photo booth thing, which like was fun. You know, people would come up and do, and because we had little props and they could take pictures and stuff. And one of the perks that we had as well, I mean, I'm sure they kind of had the same perk as us, but you know, we were representing a radio station that people listen to. So they, you know, a lot of people recognize the radio station. So.
It is nice when people go up and say, "Hey, I love this station."
Yeah. We were representing the Buzz, which is a Portland, like today's hits, I think. Yeah, like a hits radio station. Yeah. But they had this sort of wooden board on their table that had a bunch of little holes drilled into it with little those dum-dum suckers. And they were stuck in these holes.
They had quite a few. I don't know how
They had a lot. They had, and they kept like refilling the board with more suckers too. So people were lined up.
Yeah.
At this booth.
Well, because they also had this weird photo thing.
That didn't even matter though. They had like a weird photo thing going on, but it was weird.
Yeah.
It's not relevant. It was weird.
But it was a big part of the marketing. It was one reason why people were lining up.
Yeah, that's true. I guess in the beginning, but mostly it was for these suckers.
Yeah.
And the thing with the suckers was, well, first of all, it was clever marketing because one of their most popular newer singles is called Sucker. Yeah. So, you know.
That was creative.
That's creative.
I'm like, where's our marketing team on that?
Yeah, where are you at, Intercom? And but everyone was pulling one sucker, and if the bottom was colored black, like with a little Sharpie or whatever, I don't know. If the bottom was colored black, then you won a pair of free tickets to see the Jonas Brothers that night. Yeah. Which, when you think about it, is like a little bit strange because everyone who's there obviously already has tickets to see the Jonas Brothers.
That is kind of weird.
So then if they win tickets, it's only like an hour to doors, then you have to call people, you know, try to find more people.
Yeah, so I'll give Entercom that. They gave their tickets out before.
Yeah, Entercom we didn't get tickets, but Entercom got tickets, but they did raffles and stuff at other events beforehand, so people could win.
Better, but whatever.
Yeah, but
marking aside,
when the line was kind of getting shorter and we weren't, you know, getting a lot of activity, and I was like, okay, I want a sucker. Whatever, like, I'll go over and pull one just for fun. Like, I won't win because that doesn't happen to me. Yeah. You know, like, whatever. So I walk over. I'm kind of, like, touching the suckers and you know, whatever. I think they said something.
They're joking around. They're like, you can't
they're, like,
be
joking
here,
on,
you know, yeah.
So I pull a sucker, and I look at the bottom, and it's black. And I'm like, this is not a normal one. This is a special sucker. Yeah. And you could tell they didn't really know what to do at first. Yeah. And they're joking around. The guy's like, oh, she's with the Buzz. Like, we can't, you know, kind of like we're the enemy, you know, like, oh, she's with this station. Like, we can't, you know, do this. But technically I don't work for them. I work for a different radio station.
Well, you work for Entercom.
Yeah. And so, like, it doesn't, you know, I was qualified to win these tickets. But you could tell it was kind of, you know, but I understand how it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, it is kind of confusing.
It's like, oh, can we get...
Well, they looked at us.
And then he asked us, and then he finally just asked me, he's like, did they give you tickets? And I was like, no, they didn't. So then they were like, oh, okay, then you can have these tickets. Yeah. And I won tickets to see the Jonas Brothers. Yeah. I won tickets that cost, no doubt, over $100.
Oh, yeah.
To see the Jonas Brothers. They were not bad tickets. They were they were 100 level tickets.
Yeah.
Which
is
Moda
Center.
Pretty freaking decent.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
It was amazing. I almost cried. You walked over to me with those tickets and I'm just like
and then you took them from me to put them in your pocket, and I was like,
I had a safe.
They have to be in my hand.
Pocket.
I know, but I was like, if they're not in my hand physically, then I don't believe that it happened. It was so weird. It was so surreal. the entire time I was like, I can't believe
It was
I'm here.
weird, yeah.
And then the tickets scanned and they worked. And then we got into the venue and we're walking around and I'm like, I still can't believe I'm in here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't believe I'm seeing I don't dislike the Jonas Brothers, but I'm not a super fan or anything.
No,
I haven't listened to them in 12 years.
Yeah.
10, 12 years. So, I still remembered a lot of the
I haven't
lyrics of the
listened
songs,
to them since
actually.
what? It's at 2009?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been,
that.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah.
And, every once in a while, I've heard Burnin' Up since then. I've heard Paranoid since then.
I actually listen to Paranoid, it's on my music playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
It'll come on and I'll listen to it.
But there's so many songs that I used to love that I haven't, and the modern songs, it's modern pop music. I'm not really that big of a fan. I'm like, okay, it's cool that the Jonas Brothers are back, but I'm not gonna, freak out or whatever. So, it's not, but at the same time, I was still very excited.
Yeah.
Of course, because I won tickets to see the Jonas Brothers, which is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was super fun. BB Rexa opened.
Yeah, it was so fun.
And I saw BB Rexa play at Warped Tour a few years ago.
I was so proud of her.
It was super awesome to see someone who played at Warped Tour opening for the Jonas Brothers in front of thousands of people. How many people fit in the Moda Center? And it was packed.
I don't know. I want to say 3,000, but I want to say it's more than that.
No, it's way more than that.
And it was pretty much full. It wasn't a sold out show, but oh my gosh, there was so many people there.
I feel like it could have been sold out. I didn't see any empty seats, but
yeah.
Yeah, and the energy of the crowd also made
Excellent.
it super awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The energy was great. The vibe in the room was fantastic.
So,
everyone was there to have a good time.
Yeah.
They were enthusiastic.
BB Rexa played, and I recognized some songs, especially since I knew that she wrote songs for other way more famous, like Rihanna. She wrote songs, and she's one of those songwriters who started doing her own thing, which is cool. She was really good. Her voice was amazing. But then there was this DJ that was there who was pretty good. He was playing some hits. And I'm singing along to him, Mr. Brightside, all that.
Oh, yeah, this experience.
And
so,
then...
Yeah, because the night couldn't get any more surreal.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
They played this song. And so, Mr. Brightside's on, all this good stuff that everybody's singing.
Yeah. And he only plays, the first, like any
pre-chorus,
good DJ
chorus.
that knows
Yeah.
you gotta keep, you gotta switch it up to keep people entertained.
Mm-hmm.
He plays, the first verse to the chorus of all these hits, and people are losing it and singing every one and jumping and everything.
Yeah. And then suddenly this one song comes on, and I think everybody there was singing it.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Even more than any of the other, even with Mr. Brightside.
Any other song. More than freaking Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
And Bon Jovi,
yeah. I had no idea what the song was.
Yeah.
I have
Everyone
never
was
heard it
singing
before.
No.
Did you hear it
freaking
before?
idea. No.
No.
I never heard it in my life.
I had no idea what
so
it was.
Everyone stands up who had not been standing up before, even for the, other hits. And they're all singing and everything. And my sister and I are just sitting there and we're like, what is happening right now?
One of the weirdest experiences.
We learned, I feel like I should say, it's a song by Lizzo.
Yeah, who I've heard of.
Whom I respect as a person.
Yeah.
Because she seems really awesome and I know that she can play the flute, which I think is cool.
That's crazy.
But don't know any of her music.
No.
Because I'm not really a fan of pop music, so I don't
music.
listen to, the top 40 or anything.
Yeah.
But, I'm too pretentious or whatever.
I just don't like it.
Whatever. That's valid. I'm not a fan of pop music.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, that was a surreal experience. Just to add to the whole deal, which was already just really weird. And then the Jonas Brothers themselves were awesome.
Oh, they were so good.
They did really good.
They were just happy and having a good
I
time
loved their
partying.
They had these they were color coded in different colored suits.
Yeah, their whole vibe,
their
whole aesthetic was excellent.
which I appreciated.
It was funny because Joe was like the party animal.
Yeah, is he the one from DNC?
Yes,
yeah.
That
and they played Cake by the Ocean.
Oh, that
which
was so fun.
Is a banger, and I loved it so
Yeah.
much. They had those floppy car lot dudes.
Yeah,
that
floppy
flop
guys,
around.
yeah.
That was, oh my gosh,
that was
so
really
fun.
good. And there was a stage
There was even some pyro for Burning Up.
Yes.
Oh, I love pyro.
That
I'm
was
so
the
happy.
best. That was encore.
Yes.
Wow, that was the best.
Yeah,
that
and they
was
played one
amazing.
song from Camp Rock.
Yes.
which was my favorite part because Camp Rock, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really good.
I would still go to Camp Rock.
Yeah.
You know, when we were little, we watched it and we're like, oh, you know, I want to do.
They should have that.
Freaking, can I just say that Camp Rock is the reason I want to do music? Do you think that's a valid thing to say?
I think that's a valid
I
thing to
think
say.
you know,
I didn't even think about it.
If
That's
I think
definitely,
about it, like that, I feel like Camp Rock is definitely one of the reasons why I started to want to pursue music.
maybe we need to watch Camp Rock again
Maybe we do.
to get more motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and then we did end up going to like certain music camps, which was fun.
But Camp
Yeah.
Rock was like camping. It was like outdoor school, but you're playing rock music.
Yeah,
it was like
which
band
is such
camp,
a cool
but-
concept. Do people
Right?
actually do that? So, okay. Oh, here's a thing that is. So we're going off on a tangents here, but here's a thing that I want to bring up
Yeah.
that I think is interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, so rock and roll camp for girls in
Yes.
Portland.
Yes.
Whom we love being involved with. So they are the first rock camp that has ever existed
Yes.
in like known, record or whatever. And I forgot when they started. I want to say it was early 2000s maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't remember when they started, but any other rock camp where kids, go to a place for probably a week. I think generally it's usually a week.
Mm-hmm.
They learn an instrument, they form a band, they write a song, then they perform the song at the end of the week. That's the general vague idea of the concept.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that exists all around the world now. Every single one that exists is because of Rock and Roll Camp for Girls, which started in Portland.
Yeah, that model, which is so
interesting.
interesting.
So, thinking of that,
Okay, I know where you're going.
do you think that Camp Rock stemmed from Rock and Roll Camp for Girls?
Wow.
Would we not have Camp Rock if not for Rock and Roll Camp for Girls?
I think that's very possible. That's very possible.
Yeah.
Because there were still band camps. Like
That's
woodwind
true. There
camp
was
and
like
stuff. There was still
woodwind
band
camps. Are you sure? Was there? When did people start
Oh,
going up in
yeah.
the mountains and playing classical music?
I don't
band
know,
camp.
but-
When was that band camp movie started? Like, when did that band camp movie come out?
Oh, that's old American Pie?
Yeah, when did that American Pie movie come out?
Do you really want me to look that up?
You don't have to.
I mean,
Yeah,
here
let's
I
do
go.
some deep research and see if Camp
Yeah.
Rock is based off of band camp.
American Pie band camp.
So, did American Pie lead to Camp Rock, or did Rock and Roll Camp for Girls
So American
lead to
Pie-
Camp Rock?
Band camp was in 2005.
When was Camp Rock released?
Okay, hang on. I have to put down
When
my
did the
mic.
Rock and Roll Camp for Girls start? Maybe it's an amalgam of these things.
Yeah, so
When
Rock and
did
Roll
the-
Camp for Girls
When did it start?
2001. And band camp came out in 2005.
Okay, but is there any possible way to figure out when band camps started? When did band camps become a thing? If they're doing some deep research.
Complete list of summer band camps.
When did
Wow, a complete list?
Oh my gosh, like every single
Yeah.
complete list of summer band. Oh my goodness.
I don't think you can tell when they started. Started. Bandcamp. Oh, there's a Wikipedia page for Bandcamp.
No,
a band
it's
camp typically
for
refers to a high school, college, or university
Oh.
marching band summer camp.
Oh, marching bands. Interesting.
It doesn't say anything about like. I would have to be
the
like
origin
really
when
into
it
yeah.
began.
Mhm.
Man, now I want to know. Like, I still feel like Rock Camp the movie would not exist without Rock and Roll Camp for Girls.
Rock and Roll Camp for Girls. Yeah. I mean, so, yeah. I mean, American Pie Band Camp was 2005. Rock and Roll Camp for Girls was 2001. Oh yeah, Camp Rock. When did that come out?
Yeah, Camp Rock. I think I said it wrong earlier. Whoops. There's too many camps going on right now.
Camp Rock, 2008.
Yeah.
I knew that was later.
Yeah,
Wow.
you bet that's when the Jonas Brothers peaked, was when Camp Rock came out.
I can't believe that Rock and Roll Camp for Girls started before American Pie Band Camp came out.
Right? It feels older.
Band camps must have started before 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm positive. Because I think that's where
If it started
the girl,
if it's initially meant to be a marching band summer camp.
Yeah, because the girl who started Rock Camp found that model elsewhere.
Okay.
I'm almost positive that she had the idea.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We've done some research. We've analyzed it enough.
Yeah.
Now we have a theory.
Yes.
We've built a theory, and it is that Camp Rock may or may not have come from one or both of Rock and Roll Camp for Girls and American Pie.
Yes. Okay. No? Anyway.
Yeah, so we got to see the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, and I do want to say that...
Back to that. Cause
Joe was part of DNCE. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then Nick had his own thing. And then I think... Did Kevin have his own thing?
I don't think
I never knew about it.
He was just chilling. I really don't know.
Yeah, he didn't really sing much. He sang in the older stuff, but he was mostly just playing the guitar with the newer stuff.
Yeah, I mean, gets to do whatever he wants. Like, good for him.
I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
but he's got a good voice.
Yeah.
He can sing. He just playing the guitar, which was cool.
Yeah. I love when they were showing the old videos.
Yes, I'm like, look, I remember that.
And you can tell where their device. So the crowd is pretty much exactly who I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
which was moms with their young children.
Mm-hmm.
We actually saw a lot of girls at our at the pre-concert party thing beforehand that we were doing, who it was their first concert.
Oh yeah.
So, which was adorable, I think.
Yeah.
What a fun first concert.
Yeah, please
really.
wear earplugs.
Oh yeah. But so it was all moms with their young children. Including like teenager age, like younger people, and then people about our age who were fans of the Jonas Brothers when they were young.
Yes,
and that was the crowd.
Yes,
and it was exactly who I thought it was going to be. With some other people here and there, but like mostly, it was who I thought. So it was really interesting to see, because of course the younger people didn't know the older stuff as well.
Yeah,
and
because there was a whole row of younger like preteens in front of us when the older stuff was going, and we were just going off, and they were just kind of like, and we're like, yes, singing all the words, almost.
Yeah, I mean, I remembered, I feel like, an impressive amount for songs that I haven't heard in a long time.
Me too, yeah.
Because it's fun.
It really was fun.
What? The Jonas Brothers were fun.
They were.
They are. They still are.
Like, they were like heavier when they were younger. They were more like rock, like
well, that's the way
guitar.
that it was in the mid 2000s and the later 2000s. Yeah. That's even, boy band type music was, like All Time Low and stuff like that. You know,
heavier on the guitar.
Fall Out Boy. That's what was popular. Was heavier on the guitar and more of a like pop punk rock sound. But like emphasis on the
type.
pop. Yeah. That's what was big, so that's why it sounded like that. Which is the music that I love. Yeah, I I love guitar driven.
Yeah, but I do want to say that Joe was my favorite, and
he
he's
was
still my
the
favorite.
emo looking one, right?
Yeah. And because
he's the one who has.
He was the star in Camp Rock.
The really good voice,
but that's not why he was my favorite.
Like when we saw him.
Yes,
live.
that's why I'm saying he's still my favorite because his voice was awesome.
Like I noticed.
I want to listen to DNCE more.
I mean, they all had good voices, but his.
Yeah. Oh, Nick's voice is classic.
Yeah.
Kevin's voice was so nice. But Joe's is like, he can really get like rock. Like he can sing like rock, maybe even metal music. Like he had that kind of voice where it gets like intense.
Yeah.
Where he yells and stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah. It was impressive.
And listening to old Jonas Brothers, it's like they could have gone to the rock side or they could have gone to the pop side and then went to the pop side. But it's like, man.
They were.
Do you think that there's something new that I haven't heard on their new album that's like heavier? Because that would be awesome.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Because I don't know how much they did that. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
they are pop stars.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't, I don't know how much of a hand they have in...
I feel like they probably have
but
a
you
hand
can check it
because
out.
they
Like,
started
why not?
out,
Check out their new
I
album,
guess so. Yeah.
But it was fun. Even the newer songs that I don't really know or that I don't
that's
really
the thing.
care
They
for.
put on such a good show that I was still
fun.
jamming. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I heard Sucker for the first time and I was like, this sounds like everything else on the radio.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. No big deal. But it was so fun live.
I enjoyed Jealous because Nick sang Jealous.
Yeah.
And I've always thought that song was, like, fine. I didn't think it was bad.
It's, like, fun to dance to.
Yeah.
Like, I can bop to it.
Right? And it was really good live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because their voices sound really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
that
I
was the
feel like we
Jonas
could just talk about
experience.
that because I just can't believe it happened.
I know, me neither.
I could just say that for this entire podcast, how much that I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, that was insane.
I feel so lucky.
Yeah, that was like the first thing you ever won. I know, you are lucky. Like, what are the chances of
I
you
don't
drawing
know.
that sucker?
What else have I ever won in my whole... I feel like...
I do want to say that we're not the only ones who won. I think they maybe had 5 sets of tickets or
yeah,
something.
yeah. We weren't the... They actually had quite a few tickets, but...
Yeah.
But I mean...
Not that many.
The amount,
not
yeah,
of
the
hundreds
amount
of suckers they
people
had.
that drew.
Yeah.
And I almost pulled another sucker.
I know.
I almost pulled like 2 other suckers. I was touching them.
Mm-hmm.
I was touching around. And then I was like, oh, I'll get this mystery flavor one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the one.
Yeah.
Those mystery flavor suckers, sometimes you get some really good stuff, sometimes it's like, eh. But, I just want to say, and I know that this has nothing to do with it, but now I'm getting to... I don't know if I've ever had a Dum Dum, like, sucker that's mystery flavor that was bad. I have always had...
Do they make any bad
I've
flavors?
always had good luck with Dum Dum mystery flavor suckers.
Is it because
So I really think that all of that has led to this moment. It's just the ultimate good luck. I didn't even eat the sucker. Our coworker wanted it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? You can have it. Like, I
Yeah,
got the
I got
tickets. You can
tickets.
have
You
that.
can
She's
have
like,
the
I kind of want the
sucker.
sucker. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what it tasted like. I should text her. I should ask her. Hey, was that sucker good?
Yeah. No, that might be mean. Because we won tickets and she didn't get to go.
I just want to know if the sucker's good. She didn't mind. She was really happy
she was
for
really
us.
happy for us. She's really awesome.
Yeah. I don't even know if she knew the Jonas Brothers.
Of course. Who
or
hasn't
knew
heard of the
anything
Jonas
by
Brothers?
them. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
She's
they're on
like
the radio.
mom age.
Yeah.
So
But
I don't know if
still,
she knows.
They're on
Yeah.
the radio. They're big.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway, we should move on to...
yeah, instead of me getting all
the next
weird.
thing's concert related. This is more into our personal lives, I guess, but we're getting to that part of the podcast where we talk about...
Yeah.
Wait, is there anything more Portland music you want to talk about, local, that we should mention before we move on? I think that's it.
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't
really-
have any future concerts on my calendar, which is a really, really weird feeling, except for I might be going to one on Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
And
might do that.
That's, I don't know. I mean, that's just a little, that's the only thing
Wow,
that I
I gotta
can think
get my
about.
costume ready.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think about, when you ask, hey, is there anything else? Is that
Yeah.
It's a weird
this
feeling.
podcast was less of a review and more of a experience in telling people about things, but I guess that's okay.
Whatever.
So like
Were we
reviewing
supposed-
things.
Oh,
Like I
we
just
said
kind of
it's
like
good. That's a
talked
review.
about Kill Bill. You're right. I guess so.
We just didn't have anything negative to say about
yeah,
anything.
we're just like, hey, here's this thing. We only heard it once and we thought it was good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but I see you put on here, so we were talking about Rock and Roll Camp for Girls earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm sad we couldn't go. I kind of wish, because recently especially, a lot of stuff's been happening, work, but also other stuff in the
yeah.
schedule. So
I've been watching Breaking Bad
oh my gosh.
recently, which has taken up my schedule.
If you fill up the rest of this podcast
No,
with
I
Breaking
won't. I
Bad.
just wanted to mention, because you mentioned how busy our schedules are, and
Oh.
I've been working and watching Breaking Bad, so
That's it.
yeah.
And
And making this costume, but we'll talk about that later.
oh, okay. Yeah, so
It's the AM.
So-
AM.
the Rock and Roll Camp for Girls. So I'm sad that we didn't get to go to the actual event. If I would have had my stuff together more, maybe I could have bought a ticket or something.
Well,
Or-
with me,
or
it was
convinced-
I
didn't know that we were gonna I didn't think we were gonna have a ride back.
Yeah, that's
Um,
the thing.
But our mom ended up visiting, which was very
Yeah.
nice. But we volunteered to help set up for the I don't remember.
AMP.
Yeah,
Amp
it's
Awards.
the Amp Awards,
Yeah.
and I don't remember which year is what I was trying to think of, how many years it's been
Oh,
since they've started
yeah.
this. But every
It's-
year, the Rock and Roll Camp for Girls puts on this Amp Awards where they award a
It's a benefit show.
they award, oh my gosh, they award someone who's been they honor someone who has been in that community for a long time and has helped out a lot and has done, you know, something very beneficial for that community. This year it was, I forgot her name at KC. Oh my goodness, I forgot her name. But she is from, and I believe the founder of Black Belt Eagle Scout, who is cool.
They're really big because they started
in Portland
at Rock and Roll Camp for Girls, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She started Rock and Roll Camp for Girls, and in Portland she's kind of a big deal.
Yes.
It would have been cool to see her, actually. Now I think about it. But anyway, so we helped set up for the show. They had a raffle. They had silent auction. They had all sorts of fancy stuff going on in this really cool, weird venue.
It was so cool.
Like, Portland is filled with such weird, cool stuff. Mm-hmm. And on the outside and on the inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we helped set up for it, and yeah, it's to raise money for the camp.
Mm-hmm. They were auctioning off a bass guitar from the bass player Primus, I can't remember what it's called. And I can't remember his name, but he has a name.
Les Claypool.
Yeah. And then a guitar from who?
The Sean Lennon. John Lennon's son.
Yeah. Which is and I touched both of those guitars.
I think I touched at least the bass just because I was like, ooh, it's a bass guitar.
Yeah. So, pretty awesome.
Yeah, so that's a really cool thing, and hopefully next year we'll get to go.
It's the practice space of a band that's kind of known.
The Dandy Warhols.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think I've ever listened to them though.
No.
But they're Portland local.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're kind of bigger, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it was cool.
Yeah. So it was really awesome. I hope to go, and I love communicating with that. You know, being involved with that
going back
and
being around that. I was like, oh man, I miss this.
If only I want to do it more often
around local musicians.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I need to pick up that guitar again.
Jenny Logan and Carly and Christy and everyone's just so cool. So yeah, that was cool. Always love working with them. Yeah. And then also this weekend, we went to it was my second year and your third.
Yes.
Of Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
I love it.
Which was fun. Just lots of video games. Mm-hmm. Got to play some fun video games. The pinball is always the highlight.
Yes, of course.
Of that event.
I love pinball.
They have
sadly
lots
lacking this year. Just a little
still
bit.
Lots though.
There's still a bunch of pinball
machines.
machines.
I still feel like if you've never been, you'd still be like, this is a lot of pinball machines.
Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit less pinball, but more other arcade machines.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
I didn't see any Pac-Man. It could have been there. I just didn't
there was
see
a table.
There was
one of those Pac-Man tables.
No, like an actual like a
the arcade machine
or like arcade Pac-Man. Yeah. I played a mini one. There was a little tiny one that was like a foot tall.
That was good.
It was actually fun. I want one really bad.
But that's also the costume I've been making. That's been taking up a lot of my time.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that's over.
You did most of it freaking the night before.
No, I did a lot of it before that too. But yeah, I did do a lot of it the night before.
Yeah. Because Mom even helped.
But that's the thing, is that this weekend our mom visited, which was awesome. And she helped me get it done. And that's the thing, is that I've been so busy that the weekend Mom visited was the weekend I had off of work and I had time available. And, I guess I could have painted more, but Breaking Bad, I don't know.
You can do it while you're watching shows.
Yeah. Well, and just like Justin had to take me to go get paint recently, and it was a complicated costume, so I didn't even know what I was going to do until last minute. I was like, well, I guess I got to do this.
People who are listening might not know who you were. What were
you?
I
was Kat from Gravity Rush.
Yeah. Which I've never played. I've never seen Gravity Rush.
But
people recognized you, which was cool.
That was so awesome. I got a couple of my picture taken a couple times. It was interesting. It was either they said, wow, I really like your costume, and some of them, they had to be reminded who I was. I think it was one person that's like, you're Kat from Gravity Rush.
Yeah.
I love that.
The one guy at first who saw you
when
we weren't there for very long, and he was like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
you're the first Kat I've ever seen. And he was so excited about it. It was funny. It was cool.
It was either that, or they just came up to me and said, hey, can I take your picture? So I thought that was really interesting that
they didn't make it known that they knew who you were. They were just like, hey, can I take your picture?
Yeah,
and
they
ran off.
Either complimented me or
at least they asked first.
Oh yeah, that's good. I hope nobody took my picture without asking. I don't think I was that good. I think I looked like Kat, but it wasn't even complete because I didn't have time to complete the most complicated part of the costume. But I think it still looked good. Like, I had the scarf and the hair and the headband, and I had everything but the red eyes and the leg things, because that plan failed.
Yeah.
That was it's the most complicated cosplay I've ever done, so it was a big feat, and I think I did pretty good. Not as good as I wish I could have done, but I think I did pretty good with the time and stuff I was given. Yeah. It was fun. I like cosplaying until I get there, and then everybody starts staring at me, and I realize everybody's staring at me because I'm wearing a costume. And then I remember they don't like being stared at. So it's like, do I want to feel and look cool, or do I just want to,
Yeah.
But it's fun.
But then enough other people are in costume that it's like kind of normal. You don't get enough looks as if you were like walking around.
Yeah, it was mostly just while I was walking on the street to the venue. But once you're in the venue, you don't get as many weird looks. Yeah. And especially if the costume's good or decent. And I got a few compliments on it, which is good. So I feel like I was a character that not everybody knows enough to be so judgmental, like, oh, that's bad, doesn't look anything like it. Even though it did look a lot like it, but I was so like known but also not really known that if somebody saw me and they didn't know who I was, they'd be like, oh, that looks good.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a fun time. I got like one compliment on my Game Grumps shirt, which was
that was cool.
Fun. Yeah, because I didn't do a whole thing. I just wore my Game Grumps shirt.
And it's not like
but my
people
Game Grumps
cosplay
shirt is
to
cool
because
I got it in England.
Yeah,
so
it's really a chill expo where people are just wearing their cool gaming merch.
Yeah,
yeah. But
so it was fun. It's always a fun time.
Just a little personal thing that's not music related,
got
but
some
it's
more
still
prints.
Portland local art.
Yeah.
I love that art. Oh my gosh, I love my Portland art. I'm gonna be part of that scene soon. You're getting part of the scene.
Yes, great segue.
Next.
So I am so excited. I have not been like more excited about a thing in a while, and I am
so proud of you.
I want
so
to.
jealous.
You're the marketing twin. Like I really want to figure out how to get people to see this who don't know who I am. It's really easy to force your family and your friends to look at art that you've created because you can physically like put it in their face, but I want people who I don't know to see it because I wanna sell it, but I also just want, like I'm really excited about it, so I want to share it with people. But I have released, and it's available on Etsy, so if you want to buy one, or 2 or 3 or whatever, or just keep updated because I'm not done yet, I have my first postcard on Etsy of 6 Memento Mori themed postcards. This first one has a corvid bird skull with some chocolate lilies that I drew on digitally, and then each postcard is hand signed on the front by me and stamped on the back with the words Memento Mori. They could just be prints you could put on your wall, on your desk. They're postcard size,
yeah, they're
so
good
they
for
fit
like your desk,
anywhere.
Yeah, bulletin board.
Yeah, or you can send it as a postcard to someone.
Yeah,
I send it in a little envelope so it doesn't get ruined. A cute envelope, by the way.
You should offer like on Etsy if somebody wants like a message written on it. I could do that for you. I can write in calligraphy or something.
Oh,
if you want
yeah,
me to.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I could though,
because
you could do that on
Etsy.
Etsy.
Instead of somebody getting it themselves and writing a message and sending it, you can offer to do a custom personal message that's like fancy calligraphy or something.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited about it because it's the first time I've ever had art printed onto fancy paper.
That's so cool.
In a not a mass quantity, but like more than one.
Yeah.
There's multiple. I think there's like 45 left. So there's limited quantities. I might reprint them someday, but there are 6 different ones and I've only got the first one. And I really want to sell more of these because if I sell enough, then I can justify printing the next one and then the next one. And then listing more and more and releasing more and more. But I need to get, people who are excited about that as well, as excited as me. And I really want go check out.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of you of actually getting your art out there because for so long I'm the one that was like, got us the drawing tablet and everything because I'm like, I know I can make and sell things.
Yeah.
And then I get it, and then that's like the moment when my artistic inspiration just like died.
Man, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what to make and sell.
Yeah,
I don't know
I think
what to
with that as well, I got not lucky, but I think that I timed it just right because I did that before we got jobs when I still had a bunch of time.
Yeah, you're right.
Because there's 6. I did 6 little things that are going to be like 6
really
different
good.
things.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be printed, but now all I need to do is order them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need to draw them. I don't need to come up with a theme anymore. I don't need to, do all that. And so now there's probably going to be a stall in any type of art creation.
Yeah,
for a little bit because
at least
we
through the
have
holidays
jobs now, and there's a holidays coming up.
Yeah, 3 jobs. So
yeah, so But we're not gonna stop.
No,
obviously.
of course not. I'm an artist.
Yeah, and there's stuff out
I
there.
I make art.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's there's stuff out there right now, and it's available to look at or buy if you want to. It's not very expensive.
no.
It's they're only $3.95.
And it goes to a good cause. Our college.
Yes. Yeah.
Literally everything I do
And
to make
me,
money is for my
everything-
college.
Yeah. Well, and just also for that.
I mean, if
for
I make
more
enough,
art,
it's for my well-being. But right now, it's for my college.
my well-being.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and also just. It's not as much the money. I mean, the money's nice, but it's not as much the money as it is, someone bought my art because they want it and they like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's the coolest
Overall,
thing.
people appreciating art, especially when it's your art, is so validating and great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me want to create more art.
Yeah.
And yeah, so.
So, yeah. So, that's just, that's the final piece of news. It's out there. I made it. I'm proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
More stuff is coming. We have music stuff in the works. I have writing stuff in the works. Of course, everything is always in the works.
Yep.
So, this podcast is in the works. Constantly.
Yeah. Since, we know this one's going to come out late, so.
And it's almost Halloween.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm excited.
Was this supposed to be a Halloween? I
Yes.
mean, what makes it a Halloween podcast? Where we don't
We
play
talk
music.
about Halloween. We mention we're going to a pumpkin patch this
We're
weekend.
going to a pumpkin patch.
I mean, we'll probably end up actually talking about it in the next podcast, which is after Halloween.
Let's add this little segment in the end. What are you going to dress up for as Halloween?
I'm going to dress as Halloween.
Whoops.
Well, okay, so why? I don't know why I
That
get
was a
so
cackle.
excited for Halloween every year. I love Halloween.
I just really like,
But
it's like an entrance into fall. I really like the weather and stuff, and it's
Uh-huh.
just I like the vibe of Halloween.
yeah, and like the concept of getting to dress up however you want and not being judged by anybody on
Yep.
one day a year is awesome.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I am like rarely prepared.
Yeah.
Like for 2 or 3 years in a row, I wore a skeleton onesie on Halloween because I didn't have a real costume. And I don't understand why.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, because I love it so much, but then it comes and I'm like, oh, I don't have a costume.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, what I really wanted to do, because I've never done it before, and but I wanted to dress as an angel, and the two big reasons I wanted to do, okay, maybe three. Big reasons why I want to be an angel for Halloween is, one, I think that angels are cool. I've always liked angels.
Oh, you always have.
I like feathered people with wings. I would like wings. That
God?
if I could.
Hello.
Well, yeah, and I like angels the way that I like dragons. I don't necessarily believe that they exist, but
Yeah, they're
you know.
still. Yeah, I totally get what you mean.
but I love them. I think that they're cool.
Yeah.
I think that the mythical characteristics of them are
Totally
cool.
into that. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and which it's fine if you do think that angels are real, like whatever.
Yeah.
That sounded really dismissive.
No.
But I just wanted to point out that I'm
Yeah.
not judging anyone or
No.
whatever. So anyway, I love angels, so that's why I want to dress up as one. The other reason, or like two of three, I guess, is that it would be kind of the opposite of what I do every day of the year. I have more of a darker wardrobe,
Mm-hmm.
and angels are traditionally very white and clean, and just the emphasis on the white because I don't wear white.
Yeah.
And so, the concept of having like little white wings and a little white dress and white, costume, I would look different than I did every other day of the year,
Yeah.
which I think would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because Halloween is usually the opposite for people. You
Yeah.
look darker and scarier
That's
on
true.
Halloween.
Yeah.
But I would kind of be the opposite.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons why I did not have my costume done in time this year is because I don't just want to be an angel.
And you didn't come up with it quite
Because
very early.
that's not,
good enough.
as simple as that. I want
Not extreme
to
enough for
do-
Melissa.
Yeah, the Japanese Lolita style with the cute little, lots of frills and the bows and the, like, it's Victorian style meets Alice in Wonderland is the best way that I've heard the Japanese Lolita style explained. But I want to do that.
Yeah,
but
and you've been
angel.
wanting to do Lolita for so long. I feel like this is a really good opportunity.
I love Lolita style. I think it's so cute and adorable, and so I've been wanting to do it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, why don't I mix the cutest style in the whole world, fashion and do angel, make it angel, and so I just think that'd be adorable. But now I have a whole year to do it. I found a good pair of angel wings, so I got the wings, which is, arguably the most important part. Yeah. And so now I have that. But anyway, so this year, because my costume's not ready, because of that long-winded explanation of why, I think I'll be at my internship that day, so I don't have to look nice, but,
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to wear I have a Wednesday Addams type dress.
Yeah, I could totally braid your hair.
Braid my hair and do Wednesday Addams. If I get to go to a concert that night, which I would love to, there's a punk rock show that's local, that's small, that I would love to go to. If I do, I think I might just snap in my vampire fangs and then put on a different pair of clothes, because I wouldn't really want to wear a dress to a punk rock show. It's a nice little dress. And probably just do that. But, I'm not mad about being a vampire. Like, obviously, I've done it before, but it's something.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'll end up doing. But,
Yeah, I have a couple options. And so I could be Wirt from Over the Garden Wall.
Oh, yeah.
But I would like to get some gray slacks to go with it. I don't think I'll be wearing suspenders, even though that's what he wears.
Well, if you're wearing the cloak, you can't really tell.
Yeah, I'll just wear my long sleeve white shirt, my cloak, and hopefully some gray slacks if I can find any. If not, I'll just wear my pants. There you go. A Hot Topic costume, because that's where I got the cloak.
Hot Topic, they have some pretty good stuff there once in a while.
No, it's a good cape, cloak thing. It's good. Cape, shawl? I don't know. But that's cute, it's fun. I love wearing it. I love wearing that cape. I wish I can wear it on normal days, but it's weird colors and anyway.
Because it's from a cartoon.
Yeah, but it's
a very
comfortable.
Cute cartoon.
I love wearing cloaks, capes.
Yeah.
I think it's a cloak. But it's not very
And
long.
it would kind of match if you're working that day. Are you working on Halloween?
I'm working. Thank goodness, because if I wasn't, I would be doing nothing and I wouldn't dress up because then 10 to 6.
Oh man.
10 to 6:30.
Okay.
10 to 6:30. Yeah. So, yeah. But and then either that or something that I actually kind of really want to do, because Halloween, I've been thinking about it more because I would kind of cosplay on Halloween. Like I wore my Wirt one last year at school.
I feel like that's essentially
and then I was
what Halloween
Elle
is
from Death Note.
Yeah.
My freshman year, I think. Still have that costume, by the way. Well, my hair is not right
it's
anymore.
hard.
I know.
Being Elle,
but it's because my hair was black and I straightened it, so it
yeah.
worked. But it's not anymore, so never mind. I would have to get a wig. But sorry, I just had to breathe right there. Now I'm like, you know what? I want to be something scary for Halloween or more Halloween-esque, especially since you told me the history of it. I'm like,
oh yeah,
it's supposed to be spooky.
Being an angel is actually traditional.
Oh.
Because in the very, very beginning, before Halloween was Halloween, and dressing up started, when it was something that it's a day, it's Celtic that I can't pronounce.
Yeah,
people would wear animal furs.
Mm-hmm.
When it became more of a Christian thing.
Yeah.
When it started to become a slightly different thing, but people would still dress up, but for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
People would dress up as angels and demons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So technically, dressing up as an angel is a very traditional Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I might make horns, because one time on Pinterest or something I saw this really cool horn making thing, and it's the way it's kind of the way I draw horns on dragons. So I'm like, ooh, that would be awesome if I made these horns and I could wear them.
Yeah.
And then I have vampire teeth, which just can be pokey teeth.
Yeah.
So I just wear horns with these teeth and maybe really cool makeup and a hardcore outfit.
Yeah.
I can wear.
I
just got this.
I just used to wear hardcore clothes.
Yeah. I just got this necklace and it's a cat skull. It's like this heavy metal cat skull. So that's cool, and I feel like that would just go with like
anything hardcore.
Yeah, definitely.
Just kind of add.
So, yeah, and yeah, I mean, I have my trip pants here, so.
Oh yeah, trip pants. That's a Halloween costume.
Yeah,
now.
see? So it's either like wear it or like this just, I don't know, mishmash of
you could change during
or
lunch.
Something. You know, I legit thought of that while I was
But
talking.
then you'd have to wear cool makeup. Or take off your makeup.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our Halloween talk, I guess.
Yeah, it's our Halloween plans. We're at the age now where we hope we go to work so we can dress up.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
concerts,
wasn't Wayne
I would love
that was
to make going to concerts a Halloween trend for me, like personally.
Yeah, and Mom thought that was a really cool
because I did that
too.
for the first time last year. I went to a concert on Halloween. Best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So fun.
Who was it that was like, you guys don't trick or treat? You can't trick or treat anymore? It was like Wayne or something. And we're like, no, we're too old. They won't give us candy.
Yeah.
You have to be with a kid.
I've been seeing a bunch of people on Facebook posting, like, I would give teenagers candy, you know, like, childhood is short, and, like, whatever, I give it.
Yeah.
And I want to find all of those people's houses specifically.
I thought about going to, like, like Dorson Wayne's church, because I think they're doing something where they're handing out candy, you know?
Oh,
and everybody there's nice.
Just want candy, just want free candy.
Yeah. So it's like... Or like the parking lot thing they used to do in Stanfield where people just like you just walk through and get candy.
Yeah.
You know? That'd feel less awkward than going door to door.
Right.
I still don't know if I could stand up and go trick or treat.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd just be like, hey man,
hey, I want some candy, please.
Yeah.
But if I say please.
Yeah, maybe Brennan's having a party.
Oh my gosh, I'm not going to Forest Grove and going to a Halloween party.
No.
I'm not doing that.
I don't think I'm working the next day though.
Oh really? Okay. Well, anyway, I feel like that's about it. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I think I exhausted my podcast talk.
Good.
Yeah, I just want to say sorry about that it's late, but that's only relevant to whoever listens to it now. So
yeah, so...
But, you know, we're busy.
It happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully we won't do it again.
Yeah.
But here we go.
We just weren't planning very well, and Mom visited, and, you know.
Yes.
Sad excuses.
You know how it gets, yeah. So I'm Melissa.
I'm Nicole.
This was Twin Skeletons. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.